Hi guys, welcome back on the channel. On today's video we're going to showcase Perry again, and this time Militia. Let's say you can use them in your armies for lesser men at arms, heavy infantry. Now these guys are based for Billhook's rules if you followed my recent battle report, and obviously when you have bigger armies, when you base them for different rule sets where you base more miniatures than individual based as you have now, it's good to mix and match, as I told you in previous videos. Use these guys around some knights and high-born men-at-arms. They make the game a little bit more than the base looking more realistic. So let's have a quick look and see what we have. As we said, these are Perry plastics, and let's see here. See, we have Pavises. Now Pavises, they didn't appear in France very early. They were actually late part of the 100 Years' War. It was there were basically a division where a contingent that was created in order to fight and counter their very dangerous longbows. They were very successful in many battles. Many times they managed to break through the longbows and destroy them in the latter parts of the 100 Years' War. So it was a quite successful unit. So these are from different French counties, most of them from Paris, Militia from Paris. Very nice figures. I would suggest that these figures, when you're using them, obviously they cannot be used with men-at-arms. These were units that were individual. They were all Pavist units. I would suggest you use them with a little bit of obviously better defense against longbows, but at the same time, if you want to make it a little bit more realistic, they should be a bit slower than other troops. Now, other men-at-arms here, militia, let's say, French militia with the shield, really nice figures to mix with men-at-arms. They didn't fight always all together. You know, they were quite decently armored and with quite good weapons, but they really didn't really fight with the bulk of the army, you know, but many of them fought around their men-at-arms and their commanders, their highborn. You know, they were usually part of a contingent, part of a noble's retinue. Let's see how nicely they look if you put them. Let's see, let's put some knights here. So 2 knights. Let's put 2 French knights. And in bases, like if you create bases like this, they look a little bit more realistic. You know, with their with the militia, with the heavy infantry around some high-born knights. So I would suggest do things like this. But obviously these are based individually. They're not, we don't have bases, but that's what I've done with my Claymore casting. So let's see another one, a little bit different with the swords. They're quite decently armored. You have the White Cross for the French, the Red Cross of St. George, St. Denis, the White Cross. You can give them some colorful, you can give them nice colors, but you can use them as retinues, as part of a noble's retinue. So you will give them colors of the nobles. For example, if it's red, you will give them predominantly red colors if they're green or yellow. So yes, here is more Pavises. I said Pavises should be on their own. They were an individual unit specifically for countering longbows. Another nice with a small buckler shield. There could be also, of course, standard bearers of a county or of a commander. He's more, you see, he is more heavily armored, as you can see here. It's more like a man-at-arms, but you had heavily armored militia. And here again, another guy, a little bit more armored, actually a lot, but a nice addition to your armies. They're brilliant Perry miniatures. So let's, I don't want to delay you more. You see here how they look. You have very, you know, you're using earthy colors and with some color maybe over the Lord. Mostly armored lightly, except a couple of situations that I showed you before. They made the bulk of the armies, and they usually surrounded their lords, so that's why I'm saying bases like this look quite more realistic, and on your table, that's what I'm doing when I'm basing armies for different rules than billhooks or rules that require individual basing. Many guys are asking about the heraldry on the shields. I said many times, this is PowerPoint. You just any image on the web, you download it, you put it in scale using PowerPoint, and then you glue it. You print it and you glue it. Obviously, with your printers, you can use any type of paper. It can be also transfer paper, so it will immediately glue, but you can print it in normal paper and then glue it on. So this is for me. I hope you enjoyed this short showcase. This figure I like very much. I like him. He's a standard bearer. He has quite a lot of decent armor, but you know, he's not a knight. He doesn't have the shields and heraldry, but he's very well armored. Anyway, this is from me, guys. The next video will be Longbowmen and mounted knights. I just wanted to show you the militia after we showed you the men at arms and knights. I'm going back home next week for vacation, so we're going to continue our big battle using our claymore castings. And when I come back, obviously we're going to do another very nice battle report with these miniatures, maybe using again billhook rules without being going into so much detail of the rules, or maybe another skirmish rule set or another rule set that accommodates individual basing. Maybe I will bring some trays. So this is, well, we still need to prepare the battle, but again, I'm going to put obstacles. Anyway, guys, this is from me. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.